I seen somewhere where you said that your dad is bigger than Big Meech.
Yeah.
Yeah, that started a lot of controversy.
Yeah, it did.
People were on you about that.
But you know why people was on me? Because BMF is being pushed, they're being force fed down their throats right now. So people's never gonna do homework. They're only gonna go with the obvious answer. But sometimes the obvious answer ain't always the answer, you feel me? So if he has a TV show, mad documentaries, Little Meech is lit. You feel me? Like he's more recent. He's like in the early 2000s, you feel me? So my dad was in the 80s and the 90s. So of course people are gonna be arguing with me about a whole bunch that they don't even know. And when I say more legendary, to reiterate, I'm not knocking Meech. I don't have nothing against Meech. I like Meech. I like Little Meech. I like Terry. I love the movement, everything. Like it's none of, I'm not trying to create no fake ops, number one. But I just feel like they changed laws. They changed the law because of my dad. People wanted to dress like him. People wanted to you get what I'm saying? Meech probably took a page out of his book and then, you feel me, he came before. So it's not necessarily me knocking Meech. You get what I'm saying? Nobody wanted to wear no full X white tees, bro. You feel me? Like people wanted
at that time they did.
People wanted to dress like my father and his crew. You feel me?
Okay.
So when you say legendary, it's just like you was innovative. You was doing stuff before everybody else was doing it. People that's more relevant now, they took a page out of your book. So how can they be more legendary than you? You feel me?
It's weird because this isn't stuff where people were keeping track of how many kilos were sold. Because that is how you would break down like who put in the most work, or this guy was running this area for 10 years and this guy was only doing it for 8 years and this guy sold 50,000 kilos, all this. Nobody knows.
And does legendary status equate to money? Because I don't think it does.
And how many people were familiar with what was going on with Atlanta and New York at the same time? Because that's really, if you were around during both eras and were kind of in both cities, that's really like the only people that would be able to have like a super valid opinion on it, I think, for the most part.
Which is nobody on the internet.
Which is damn near nobody. Yeah.
Which is nobody on it. So I'm saying like it got almost 30,000 comments, all in the blogs combined. It got about 30K comments.
Yeah, it was going
But
crazy.
me, the reason I know that is because I like looking in the comments and seeing people talk shit about me. Like I love that.
Y'all leave a comment.
Yeah, not really fuels me. I just like it.
Y'all leave a comment on this interview and actually y'all let us know who y'all think was more legendary, Preem or Meech.
You see how you just had to think about who other than Preem? That goes. I
didn't want to say Lil Meech because that was the next question I was about to ask you. What's your relationship with Lil Meech?
There's no relationship with him.
Never met him?
But you feel me? He a cool dude. I don't got nothing against him. He cool.
Do you watch any 50 Cent TV shows?
Never.
None of them?
Never.
Power, BMF?
Never. I mean, there's other shows to watch. I watch Shark Tank. I'm a Shark Tank guy.
Love Shark Tank.
Sports, big sports guy. I don't really get into like the.
I've been meaning to watch the BMF shit. I actually, as soon as I realized that Vlad saw it as soon as it came out and then interviewed everybody who's alive that was associated with it, I was like, wow, that's ingenious. Why the fuck did I
He's
think
very
of that?
smart. Vlad is smart.
Yeah.
Vlad is definitely smart.
It's definitely smart, but somebody could definitely do the same thing with the IP based on your dad, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what Irv Gotti said. Well, then
He's doing a movie. He's not doing a series.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to start the series right now. Like the Supreme Team series, actually. Stay tuned.
What if 50 Cent hit you up and said he wanted to do the series? Since he got all the BMF going, he got Power going, would you be open with 50 Cent?
You know he bought a garden in Baisley, right? Like it's a garden across the street from the projects where my dad lived at, and he bought that garden there.
Why do you think he bought it?
Because he's petty as fuck.
Yeah. But I mean, it might have not been a petty move. He might have just wanted to be like, I don't know, man. Because anything I say about him, people always going to think I'm talking negative about him, but that's not what I be trying to do. Me telling the truth doesn't mean I'm being negative. It just means I'm fucking telling the truth. I don't know why people hate the truth so much.
Right.
You can't ask me a question and then I have to lie to you about what you asked me. Then I'm going to have to remember that lie. Then remember, it's the whole correlation of lies. So me telling the truth is not me hating on nobody. It's not me being nobody's op. It's not me doing none of that. It's just me just telling the truth, bro.
So would you do it? So if 50 Cent had a bag for you right now, you see he's been successful with a lot of these TV shows. If he wanted to produce the TV show about the Supreme Team, would that be something you'd be?
I mean, my first initial thought would be, yeah, I'm going to do it. But I would have to talk to the big homie first. Yeah. If the big homie don't green light it, then
You think your
I
dad
can't-
would even be down for anything like that?
I think he would need a lot of talking to.
I feel like he would say fuck no.
I think he would need a lot of. But he doesn't have a problem with 50. That's another narrative that's out. My dad doesn't have a problem with him either.
Really?
My dad's 60, bro.
But he doesn't hold it against him that he's still talking about him after all these years?
I don't think my dad really care about what's going on the internet. You get what I'm saying? Unless it with me.
I mean, when you've been locked up for that long, at a certain point,
does it
probably
really
feels
matter?
kinda silly,
Does what's going on the internet matter? Or do you trying to come home out of jail matter? You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, it's all about priorities. I feel like at 60 years old.
does it seem like there's a chance that he could come home? He got life, but
I mean, like I said earlier, like we've seen some crazy shit happen.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
you got to be optimistic. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I feel like he had a documentary coming out called The Mundane Truth.
Really?
And it's about his trial. So it's like a lot of reenactments. They have they interview people. Like, it's like a docuseries almost in a sense. So I feel like all of the stuff that's happening now, like they changing the laws, is more information out there about what happened. Like all of this stuff, like I feel like the stars are aligning to potentially that maybe one day happening.
You think if
I'm optimistic, so
if Kim Kardashian took interest in him, you think he might be home next year?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Star power. If you got star power, people advocating for you, of course. Why not?
Yeah.
Like Jay-Z, Meek Mill, Kim Kardashian. Like I see the thing they're doing with Larry Hoover. Like you see how Kanye, Jay Prince, and all these people are advocating for Larry Hoover. That something can come out of that, and I feel like people should be doing the same thing for my cousin Prince and for my father.
Right.
Like why not? Because these guys, at the end of the day, no matter what the media says about them, they were good guys. Like they helped a lot of families. I mean, contrary to belief, they did help a lot of kids. They helped a lot of families. They did positive shit too. So it's not just about everybody does good, everybody does bad. Why are these people the only ones that's had to suffer or face the maximum punishment for people change?
We just hit 600,000 subscribers on the Clips channel right here. We're trying to get to 700, so you know what to do. Smack that red button and subscribe. Appreciate you.